This is still Dirty December, chaos in the ring. If you are having fun, make some noise. It is time for our second fight of the evening. We have introducing first in a welterweight bout, Kabiru Salawu and his opponent, Shiloh Defreitas. Is a bout in the welterweight division. Introducing first, he has an impressive fight record of 10 fights, 7 wins, 6 by knockout, 1 loss and 2 draws. Fighting from the blue corner, from Mushi, Lagos, Nigeria, Kabiru Salawu. And his opponent, he has an impressive, undefeated fight record. 6 fights, 6 victories, 3 by the way of knockout. Fighting from London, England, Shiloh Defreitas.
Good evening, boxers. I will be the third man in the ring during this fight. Keep the fight clean at all rounds. Protect yourself at all times, and whatever I say, you guys must obey. Good luck. Touch gloves.
7th fight for Shiloh Defreitas, last out in Accra in June, beating Jesse Larty, who was unbeaten at the time, and he's 6-0. But a good opponent here in Kabiru Salawu. What do we expect from him, a veteran at 36?
Yeah, 10 years difference between both of them, and so far so good. If we were to go with what we saw in that explosive opener, there was 8 years in between them, and I wouldn't say the 8 years actually showed eventually, because it was more about tactics and of course skill. But like we said, Defreitas is a very well conditioned, very good boxer, unbeaten so far. But the other man, Kabiru Salawu, got more experience, and let's see whether that few more bouts that he has had under his belt will come handy for him tonight.
Yeah, the southpaw Salawu's won his last 3, but in with a very sweet operator in Sugar Shy, Shiloh Defreitas from Tooting in South London. Been slightly stop-start, but he's got potential.
He really has. He's a very, very good fighter. He's studious to the game. You can see nice balance, leaning slightly back on the back foot. That keeps him out of harm's way, but he transfers that weight really well. When he looks for the shot, he's got to be careful there with the left hand of Salawu. He's got 3 straight stoppages. Talk about the power, so he punches really, really hard at him.
Yeah, that backhand is particularly impressive. 6 KOs in his 7 victories, Salawu. So I know that Defreitas said that he wanted to get the big knockout, but he's just being out-jabbed there. Just needs to be careful of the reach of Salawu, and he has that big, wide stance, doesn't he?
Yeah, Alex Bow, lovely combination to the body there coming from Defreitas, and of course I'll expect both boxers to explore different varieties to their boxing, and they look like they've got it in their tank as well. And of course we all know that it looks like Salawu definitely has the reach. Can he make good use of that reach, because he's got a very good all-rounded boxer in Defreitas, so he's got a lot on his hands now.
So he just has to be a bit more cute with his work, just loading up slightly, and someone with the speed of foot as Defreitas has, he'll make him look silly. So he needs to start setting traps, use that lead hand. He had some good success in the first minute with the jab, Salawu, so he needs to be beat. That's a good jab to the body.
Yeah, and again from Salawu. Defreitas tried one of his own. He's light on his feet, the Londoner, looking for 7 straight wins to really start announcing himself on the scene. He's a construction worker by trade, and has had difficulties just getting going, getting real momentum into his career. He's got a good corner team, he's got a good foundation, and what an opportunity on this stage.
Absolutely, and of course, like we said earlier, from Salawu's side, he's got a lot to offer as well. A big win, if he gets one against Shiloh, is going to be absolutely massive for him, and he's probably eyeing this as well. And I think that the corner of the Defreitas have done their homework on Salawu. I think they found out, of course, like we said, if you've got 3 straight knockouts from that left hand, and of course you have to be aware and be wary of that left hand.
Yeah, Will Jones, trainer, Shiloh Defreitas, done his homework, that's for sure. He's boxing nicely here. He's adapted, getting working well. He's defensively a bit more sound now. Good work to the body. That left hurt him.
It did, and again. Did well there, Salawu, to get out of the corner because a couple of body shots, particularly the first.
That's the end of that round.
Sometimes a minute's not enough from a knockdown to the head, to the body. It's slightly different. Let's see how Kabiru Salawu comes out for round number 2 in the white trunks, looking for his 8th victory in with Shiloh Defreitas. Another good matchup. We've seen one already tonight. Fantastic start to this big event in the outdoors December heat of Lagos, Nigeria. Yes, please, Darren.
I tell you what, it's been nice to get away from the cold of the UK, that's for sure. We've enjoyed the few days here in Africa. I'd just like to see Defreitas just feint a little bit more here. Try and draw out the lead of Salawu.
Yeah,
who's a bit wild, sorry Nero.
Yeah.
With these occasions here, he needs to not exaggerate the movement with the feet. When Salawu loads up with that left hand, a little step, then fire back with the counters.
Absolutely, you can see that Defreitas is actually, launching that left arm forward to distract Salawu, and of course he wants to go for the body punch because he's felt the impact of that body punch. So he's raising that left arm up so that Salawu can actually try to stop that left hand from getting the jab in. And of course he does that, he opens his abs up for a good body punch.
But Darren, you and I know that you've got to disguise these things. He's got the body shot. My papers are just flying all over the place in the wind here. But yeah, the body shot hurt him in the first round. He's got to be cute with it. He can't just go hunting that target. He's got to show those feints and find the punch again when it matters and when Salawu doesn't expect it.
Yeah, and I think the best way to disguise a body shot and find the openings is tap upstairs and drop downstairs. Do it very quickly. And we've seen already Defreitas has the ability to do it. Just don't want to see him come into under attack. Use the feet. Don't lean back. A couple of times he's looked dangerous with the left hand, Salawu. So although wild with the shot there, it's important that the chin stays down and you move your feet out of range.
Yeah, Salawu is having problems because Defreitas is really very nimble-footed, and he's able to move himself back and forth. And that's why you're seeing those swings coming from Salawu, and he needs to be a bit more tactical. Talking about Salawu.
Yeah, Defreitas with another attempt at the body shot. They've got to work on that left glove of Salawu in the break. There's tape loose there. There's something hanging down. Doesn't need that in his eye, Shiloh Defreitas. But it's competitive and hard fought as we expected.
Nice left hand though, short left from Defreitas, lands inside. I talk about Defreitas having to tidy up defensively. The same would be said for Salawu as well. He's a little, I wouldn't say desperate, but he's telegraphing the shots as he does there, and it's just, there's opportunities, there's openings for Defreitas, who lands another nice.
Third round, Shiloh Defreitas, 6 wins so far since he turned over against Fons Alexander, who we know well in the trade at York Hall, and that was 4 years ago. So it's a slow burning beginning for the 26-year-old from Tooting in South London, who appears in Africa for a 2nd time in a row, and with Kabiru Salawu from right here in Nigeria.
He's from Mushin, Nigeria. It's one of the suburbs here in Lagos, and not too far away from here.
I think Lawrence Okoni went there this week, didn't he?
Really?
Yeah.
He went to Mushin.
I think so. Yeah. Did a little sort of walk around the streets.
Wow, that's really brilliant. That's really brilliant.
I tell you now, if we was here for any longer, Adam Smith would get me on a tour of Nigeria. He'd be on the open bus, the open top bus.
Yeah,
He's a proper tourist, Adam.
He'd be pointing to areas and tell you, oh, that's where this man grew up, that's where that one grew up.
Yeah.
Listen, we're right in the heart of the market in Accra, Ghana, and this guy, he barters well, he really does, Darren Barker. He gets the prices down, yeah.
I learned from my father.
Oh, really? Back into the ring here at the Dirty December ground, venue of Chaos in the Ring 2, and we've seen nothing but chaos so far. This is the second bout of the night, and we're just halfway through that. 3 more to go, and just about a minute and a half left in this one. But both boxers have been showing good stuff, but not as explosive as the first one we saw. And Kabiru, like we said, he's been a bit awkward with it, with the way he throws his killer punch, which is actually his left hook. But he needs to train it a bit better. He needs to be more accurate. You can't carry that power in that arm.
Oh, that was a nice left hand. It's poised nicely though, isn't it? You know, Defreitas in control, boxing nicely, but you feel at any moment Salawu could land that big shot.
Just like that.
Exactly.
So Defreitas really has to be very wary of that left shot, because like you said, you try to set people up, but at the same time make sure you don't get set up.
String of knockouts, and he only turned pro at 32, Kabiru Salawu.
Late bloomer.
Fantastic condition, isn't he?
And he's doing the right thing there, although just bundled to the floor.
Yeah.
He really took his head off the line to the right-hand side when he threw that left. He missed with the shot, but not a bad weapon and a way to throw that left if you're going to. Trying the reverse 1-2, starting with the left hand there. Missing with the shots again. Defreitas demonstrating really quick feet.
This is where he wants him, body shot.
Oh, Defreitas needs to watch it a bit as well. I think he needs to be a bit more disciplined. I can see a bit of elbow throwing on Defreitas. And Shiloh Defreitas up against Kabiru Salawu. It's UK versus Nigeria right here in Chaos in the Ring.
Chaos in the Ring has been fantastic so far, so good for another big promotion here. Balmoral and Amir Khan combining forces. Queensbury as well, of course, with Tony Yoka and Lawrence Okoli coming up next. Don Charles actually helping out Will in the corner of Shiloh Defreitas. He's here with Tony Yoka, and he's been very hot on the rebuilding of Yoka. Looking forward to seeing the former Olympic gold medalist later on.
Back to the ring, and of course both boxers been a bit lovely, and another body punch. That's the body punch again, and immediately Kabiru responded. Of course, you don't want your opponent to feel that he's got the power and he's getting you, so he needed to respond. And you can see the referee there telling the Defreitas, you need to keep it a bit clean.
Leading nicely with the left hook. Defreitas really whipping it round the right hand of Salawu. I'd like to see him then drop to the body, but moving nicely. He doesn't need to do that. I don't think he needs to load up at the minute.
He just needs to wait. He needs to wait and, lure your opponent in, because he's got the shorter reach, and you don't want to, lean forward and get caught with a very good uppercut.
Oh, there was a nice left hook.
Lovely body shot there. And again, big punches coming in from Defreitas. Salawu moves and moves well. Backed up in his own corner. This is where Defreitas will go hunting Salawu, who has just the one defeat on his record, a couple of draws, but this is a good opponent for Shiloh Defreitas. They were talking about him fighting Richard Comey, which would be a really interesting assignment even at this stage of Comey's career. But Shiloh's looking for a big 2026, so he wants to make a mark on this Chaos in the Ring show tonight.
I think we have to give a lot of kudos to Salawu. He's been really, trying to. He catches him with the arm, and there you have it.
Down he goes, and it will be counted this time. First time he was bundled to the floor. This time it is Shiloh Defreitas with that left hand and his legs splayed. It was a spurious one, but I tell you what, it's been counted, and Defreitas has a 10-8 round at minimum.
Yeah, there was a slip there. It was a good shot that landed, but on the graphic it's a wet, and it does get, as we know, really slippery, but he's sensing the end is near here. Defreitas really sitting down on the punches now.
Still got to be careful of that backhand from Salawu, which is a weapon, but Shiloh Defreitas in real control.
He's in control, but it does look like, oh, that's that slip again right there. They need to do something when this round is actually stopped, because it's obviously going to be a problem for both boxers. Oh, he catches him again. Lovely body punches.
Left hook and he's out of the ring. He's been tumbled out this time.
Fantastic combinations there, Adam.
I think the grip on the canvas is kind of difficult, and that's troubling them. It's also hot, and there's sweat pouring. Defreitas, sugar shy, fought around the world. Fight number 7, and he's dominant here against a tough Kabiru Salawu, who had a torrid 5th round. Can he recover from that to see this out? First fight went the distance, and it was a real war and a really, really exciting one. This one, Shiloh Defreitas has had his moments, particularly with the body shots.
Yeah, he has. He's hurt Salawu down to the body numerous times, and I like the way he's managed this fight, Defreitas. He's been smart, he's been focused, there's been discipline, hasn't there, Neron? You know, at times you feel like he could have got going a little bit quicker, but that probably would have been to his downfall. He stayed switched on, and he's looking good. Absolutely.
He knows that focus and concentration is going to be a whole problem, and when you're fighting a fighter like Kabiru, who's got some decent durability in him, and the most of all is that he's got a massive, left hand which can catch you. If he catches you right, it will just be lights out. So he doesn't want to be caught in that. So he's managing the fight, looking for the best openings.
I was speaking to Shiloh earlier today, and he said he really wants some momentum in 2026. He needs fights, he needs activity. At mid-20s now, needs to start getting that in the book, because momentum is so important for a fighter.
Absolutely, and of course this is the beginning of that. I mean, he's already starting it at the end of 2025. What a way to close out the year, and of course look forward to more fights in 2026. But for Kabiru as well, he needs a fight like this. This definitely will give him a whole lot of new experience, and he knows what to expect from international fighters from other parts of the world.
Like I say, he's doing really well in this contest, and as a former fighter, I'm always looking at how fighters can improve, and for Defreitas, I think offensively a very good fighter, got every shot in his arsenal. Just like to see him tidy up a bit more defensively. Sometimes comes torn, keeps the chin high. The leaning back worries me on occasions. As you step up through the levels, you'll be in there with fighters that will look for those openings. But I say this with fighters a lot, there's an awful lot to work with. He's a very talented young man.
Got a quick question, because we flew in today. We only got to speak to Shiloh at the hotel. Kabiru calls himself KB Snipper. Explain.
Well, KB is actually more of KB Sniper.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that makes more sense.
Yeah, KB is the shortening for Kabiru. In Nigeria, when you're Kabiru, it's an Arabic name anyways. But oftentimes on the street, you're called KB. But he sees himself as a sniper. That's, of course, because of his left hand. But we haven't seen any sniper shots so far. The sniper shots have actually missed their targets. So let's see whether he can do that with just maybe another one round. But he's managed, he's been on the back foot, but he's managed it well so far.
Beautifully explained. Shiloh Defreitas wins the fight.
Probably just walk into them. Yeah, there's one more round to go. It's a 6-round contest.
We got ahead of ourselves there. One more. He's got Kabiru Salawu. Shiloh Defreitas comes out for the final session, and can he close the show in style? Salawu has been a nuisance. He's been awkward, and he's sucked up these body shots too.
He has. He's shown real toughness. Will he want to close the show in style? I'm sure he would. Does he need to? No, not in my opinion. I think, the most important thing here in your second out, and I think it is in Nigeria, is just get the win. Keep your career on the right path, and as you say, 2026, he'll want it to be a year of activity. Be busy. So important, Neron.
Absolutely, and that's why. Oh, look at that! That's that big shot coming from Kabiru Salawu there. We talked about the fact that he doesn't need to close out this fight within the distance. Just get your win and move. The way he's putting himself at danger right now. Kabiru is also trying to defend and wait for him, but Defreitas is loading it up.
Yeah, excellent stuff from Shiloh Defreitas, who is good because he's hunting down Salawu and he's backing him up in corners, not giving him room to breathe or move. And Salawu hasn't really got the answer. That left hand, that backhand, not quite good enough. And Shiloh Defreitas is moving well. And there's self-belief. I think that's important for Shiloh.
Absolutely, confidence. And you get that from stringing victories together and good performances. But this has been, and you're almost letting Salawu know, look, this might be your backyard, but this is my house now. This ring is my home, and I'm going to be the boss. And he has been, hasn't he, Niran?
Absolutely, he's bossed his way throughout the whole rounds, from the first to the sixth. And we have to give it to Defreitas, and at the same time, you also have to give it to Salawu, who's actually, stood tall and strong right here. And I mean, he's took quite a lot of good body punches, and he's been able. I like the fact that he knows that he's struggling, and he's using every available legal move, including clinching, to keep himself out of.
Just narrowly missing with that left uppercut there, and
how he must have prayed for that to land, honestly, because he knows the kind of power and the impact that could have on Defreitas.
Getting showered with gifts here at ringside.
Absolutely.
I know Christmas is upon us, Adam, but look at this.
We've been looked after, drinks everywhere. Inside the last 30 seconds of this six-rounder, Kabiru Salawu has done really well to navigate his way through, but he's not going to make it 4 wins on the spin. Shiloh Defreitas, again with these body shots, crunching home. 3 knockouts on the record for Defreitas, not going to make it 4, will go the distance, and this time it is the end of the 6th round. And it's been a decent watch, not quite.
The judges score this as a unanimous victory. Make some noise for Shiloh Defreitas!